So take it away.
Okay, well, I'm interested and I work on advanced semiconductor devices. I think that now all semiconductor devices are advanced because people who were doing non-advanced devices are out of business by now. This slide, I work on quite a few different areas. Some of it because of my fairly long career in this area, some because I'm very fortunate to work with many bright people and I'm learning from them. And finally, of course, to a large extent, my research is driven by finding opportunities. I want to show you this slide, and as you see from this red line, silicon devices are reaching into terahertz range. And this is the future of Wi-Fi, the future of communication. That's extremely important for the technology, and it will change our life in my opinion, it will change our life entirely. How we work, how we interact, where the production is done, robotics that John is working on will become much more important. And much of it is driven moving into sub-terahertz and terahertz range for larger bandwidths. But there are problems, and some of the problems we are trying to address. For example, doing the design of so-called 3 nanometer node, it's just design. The cost is $1.5 billion, and our research group is trying to bring down this cost by at least an order of magnitude, developing CAD models that will work, that will allow accurately designing the terahertz and sub-terahertz range of frequency. And we are now trying to work with Global Foundry, interact with Global Foundry, actually to fabricate some of these devices. In particular, we are interested in terahertz spectrometers, we are interested in line-of-sight detectors, and also frequency-to-digital converters, all operating in terahertz range of frequency. Another area of our research that we are very much interested in is testing VLSI under bias, both for reliability, for defects, for radiation hardness, but most of all for cybersecurity, assuring hardware cybersecurity, because nowadays VLSI are moving toward the goal, the official goal, 1 trillion transistors on chip. And you might be wondering, as I'm wondering, what are they going to put there when 20 billion transistors seems to be more than adequate? So, you know, a good designer could do a lot of things with this number of transistors, and cybersecurity, hardware cybersecurity area becomes extremely important. There's some new physics involved that I won't spend much time on, but the bottom line is that we are trying to work on new type of structures, which we call plasmonic crystals. And the idea is that we make a large area device, maybe millimeter by millimeter or larger, but this device consists of very small unit cells that operate in ballistic regime, and they should enable high power terahertz sources and very sensitive terahertz detectors. Talking about detectors, one area of our research is sensing, and this is an old paper, old book actually of ours, where we try to develop what we call sensitive skin for applications in robotics. But more recently, we focused on sensors based on silicon. That was actually work sponsored by Bob Karlichek, within his center. Okay, but and that was fabricated, that was patented, but ultimate performance, which is single photon detection, hasn't been yet reached. And another area of my research are light emitting dyes, ranging from terahertz also you could consider as a light emitting dyes, but also infrared, visible, and UV, visible and UV. Well, one area of UV is very important for preventing hospital-acquired infections, for finding pandemics, for improving yield of plants. But I want maybe to mention a different area, also partially sponsored by NSF through Bob Karlichek Center, which is a new approach to lighting. So basically, in a nutshell, what we proposed and patented and tried to implement, and one of my students actually commercialize this technology, is using lighting that depends, spectral power depends on what you illuminate. And that opens up many interesting and many important opportunities. So my time is up, but if you're interested in anything that I told you about, please contact me at any of these 2 emails. Thank you so very much.